Welcome back to Danjo Trains. In this video, I'll be building the remaining sections of road to complete my main street for my downtown Lego city. So let's get started. Since adding the restaurant to the city in my last video, I've been meaning to finish the roads. You can see here that there are two sections that need the built-in train track. I also shuffled the buildings that are near the roads around a little bit to give the street a different look. Also, you'll notice that the train track is no longer a loop. Instead, I'm planning to run only the holiday streetcar around the city using a color sensor and automation. I'll cover that later in the video after I finish building the roads. On this side, you can see that I added the Gringotts Bank to Diagon Alley. The train track will end here so that the streetcar will move between the hotel boutique and the bank, going back and forth. For the empty space here, I'm undecided what to build, so I'll add some placeholder track for now and come back to it in another video. Now let's get started on those roads. This is what the underbed of my street running road plates look like. I've built these before in other videos. The colors of the bricks here don't matter, as everything's going to be covered up. These 2x8 plates will support the train track, and these 2x2 blue plates are stacked on top of each other to get the other plates to the same height. The next step is I add the train track on top of the 2x8 plates. Once that's done, I'm going to use more 2x8 plates, 6x16 plates, and 8x8 plates to create the next layer. The 2x8 plates are slightly higher than the rest because they will be the underlayer for the sidewalk next to the road. The 2x2 blue plates are spaced out in such a way that they support the corners of the other plates that I'm adding. Here I can use 6x8 plates or 6x16 plates. And that's the basic process behind this build, so I'm going to jump ahead a little bit. Here's the other section of road with the layer complete. If you're wondering why the plates are in different colors, that's because the finish will be made of tiles and will cover everything up. I've been trying to use Lego parts that I already have, in any color, to help reduce the cost of developing my city. The third road plate I'm building today will be much more simple since it will not have any train tracks built into it. Let me finish building this one on camera for you. Here you can use 8x8, 8x16, or even 16x16 plates to finish the underbed. Again, I'm using what I already have on hand. Next are the 2x8 plates to support the sidewalk. Looks good, which means it's time to speed tile the road. There are 4 different types of tiles I need to finish this, and I need a lot of them. It also takes a little while to do, so I'll speed up the footage. The first are 2x8 tiles in light grey for the sidewalk. Next are dark grey for the road, these printed tiles for the median, and 1x4 tiles to center the median. I'll start with the sidewalk first. Next, the 1x4 tiles go along the edges, which will make more sense in a moment. Now I start adding the 2x4 tiles in dark grey, but no more than 6 in a row. Let's slow down for a moment, and you'll see that by having the 1x4 tiles on the sides first, that it creates a perfectly centered space with 6 tiles on either side. Now, I can add the printed tile right in the middle to create the road median. Looks good, so let's speed things up again. And there we go, one road complete. This design of road definitely uses up a lot of Lego pieces, but in the end, I love how they look in my city. But we're not done yet. It's time to finish tiling the other roads that have the track built in. I'll do this one on camera, and I believe it took me less than 8 minutes to tile the entire road, but I'll speed up the footage again. Here I leave an empty space on purpose because I won't be using gray tiles. I'm actually going to add red tiles, which is part of the streetcar automation and how it starts up. We'll be seeing that in the video very shortly, but first we need to add these roads to downtown. Now comes my favorite part of the video, and that's finally assembling Main Street together. The first road plate goes down, and these just clip together with the clips on the train tracks. This is the second road plate that I built off camera. Now I just have to clip the curved section back in place. And we're done. Before I install the last section of road, I want to come back to this restaurant area that I built in my last video. I have the parts I need now to fix the gaps on the angled section. First I have to remove the sidewalk. Now I have to pull out these wedge plates so I can replace them. The replacements have an extra bit of plastic that creates a perfect pavement for this area. There we go. It's a minor detail, but I think it looks amazing now. Let me just add the sidewalk back and you'll see how clean the final look is. And back to the roads. There's one last section to add here. With that, Main Street is complete. Now I can add a few cars to the road to keep it looking busy. On a side note, I really like the details of the 8 wide Lego cars from pop culture, like the DeLorean and the Jurassic Park Jeep, which is one of the reasons I designed my roads to be wide enough to accommodate them. Here's an overhead shot of the downtown roads and train track now. At either end of the track, there are white tiles which tells the train to stop and change direction. I'm undecided what to add next to the bank here and open to ideas in the comments section. Let me know what you think. It's time to start the streetcar. I'm using Pybricks code developed by Pybricks for Streetcar Automation. There's a link in the description below. The color sensor on the streetcar will initialize on red and reverse direction on white. I'm using red and white because I found with certain colors the sensor will sometimes miss the detection. So far with these two, I've never had a problem. And off we go. You can see the streetcar on the left stop by the hotel for a few seconds before coming back. And same thing on this side, stopping just in front of the bank. Then back it goes to the hotel, a perfect train line around downtown. I'm very happy how this turned out. And that's it for today, so let me end with a beautiful wide shot of the downtown area. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks again for dropping a like or a comment. It really helps support the channel. Please consider subscribing too, if you haven't already, and I'll keep making more great LEGO train content. Bye for now.